Whatever it is you want.
And some cabbage.
Eat up. You eating for two now. Eating for two. Okay, so definitely eat up. Don't be shy. All right. You sure that's all you want? You don't want no mac and this and that and third? You ain't heard her say the cabbage? Cabbage. Yes, yes, cabbage. You want nothing else? Oh, you get whatever you want. Yeah, don't be shy. Of course, you're welcome. What's up, YouTube? So, guys, we got merch. Make sure you go to AtlantaStreetInterviews.com and grab one of the newest drops. The merch is popping, so make sure you go get it now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. If you love the channel, or if you just like the message, Homeless Lives Matter, we all have a story. Or I love Atlanta Street Interviews. Go right now. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Get one for your auntie, your mama, your sister, your cousin, your brother, your nephew, your frenemy. Get one for everybody. AtlantaStreetInterviews.com. Go cop the merch. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? So, guys, y'all know normally I don't do this, but this young lady just, to me, has a story that, you know, just needs to be talked about. And so I'm going to do her interview where she's not on camera, but we're going to talk. So how you doing today, sweetie?
I'm doing all right.
All right. So we're going to just jump right into it. How old are you?
19.
You're 19. And so you don't look like you have any street experience at all. You look like a middle-class raised young lady. All right, so you're 19 years old. You're here why?
Just for a leap of faith. I was in my hometown and it wasn't going so good over there.
What was happening?
I was being sex trafficked.
Okay. And so how did you end up getting away from that situation?
I just had to play it smart and outsmart the pimp. I had to act like I was the pimp. I had a bunch of confidence, so they were always confused and iffy, like, why is she acting like this? How does she know all this street game? She'd never been on the streets. I was just, like, raised properly, so I know how a man is supposed to treat you and how he's not supposed to treat you. So
okay.
I took advantage of that fact, and I just played my smarts, and, like, I just got out of there.
What do you mean? Like, how, like, did he, like, leave or something, and
No,
you, like...
I left twice.
So...
And he never put his hands on me. He verbally yelled at me, but I verbally yelled at him. So
you left twice?
Yes, I left twice.
When you left the first time, why'd you end up back with him?
Because I had nowhere else to go. I already came out of CPS. I was homeless. So I was like, let me just see what I can do. Let me see what I can do with this dude again. Let me see if I can stack up enough money, because I was already saving money underneath the table. I already had like $600 underneath the table, saving like $600 each day, so I can get a motel or a hotel, stay up in there for a week, and then just go back with him. Like, I was basically just playing.
So let's figure all this out, because I'm hearing a lot of stuff that's just already raising questions for me, right? So let's just figure it out. So okay, so you're 19. You say you was in CPS when you got with the pimp?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was coming out.
Coming out of CPS. Okay. How long? What age did you go into CPS?
I went to CPS at 2 years old.
At 2. Okay. So that's pretty much what you know.
All I know is survival.
Did you stay with one family, or were you with multiple places?
I stayed with my grandmama.
Okay. You stayed with your grandma. Okay.
I went from my mama to my grandma. Mom let me get sexually assaulted by somebody else.
Wait. What age was that?
2.
So that's what happened. That's what happened while you ended up at CPS.
Yes.
Okay.
And mom was doing drugs. not having a stable job, living on welfare, everything like that.
Right.
I already
Okay.
have 5 kids. I have 4 brothers, 4 older brothers.
Okay. So you was the baby, and she let you get sexually assaulted.
She wasn't in the room at the time. I don't think she did it on purpose, but I don't know.
Was it just like somebody, some random guy, a family friend? Okay. And so that's how you ended up in CPS. You ended up with grandma.
Yeah.
Okay. Did your brothers end up with grandma too?
No, brothers stay with me.
Okay. So you ended up with grandma. Was it just you and grandma in the household?
Yes.
Okay. And so how did you end up at 17 then? Like,
My grandma passed away when I was 18. I was in a facility, a lockdown facility. That's what they call it in CPS, where I couldn't go out. I couldn't leave on my own, anything. She passed away with dementia and Alzheimer's in the hospital. And that's when I broke.
So real quick, but before that, because it sounds like at 17 is when the trafficking started, right? So what?
I was a frequent runaway.
Okay, so you used to run away.
That's why they put me in a high class facility.
And what age was that? When they put you in the high security?
18.
Okay. Why was you running away when you was younger?
A lot of physical abuse. CPS isn't all what it's cracked up to be. It's a lot of physical abuse, emotional abuse, people just taking the kids for money. They aren't loving the kids at all.
So you feel like grandma wasn't loving you the right way?
After I went into CPS, I was with her before, but I had to go back into CPS care when she passed away.
But that was at 18?
Yes. I was kind of shifting back and forth because she was sick, like at the time, going to 17 and 18.
Okay.
So they were like, we don't know what to do. This lady saying she can take care of the child, but the child's almost grown up.
Okay. Because at 18, you were still in CPS 18. Okay. And so how did you end up with the pimp in the first place? Like, how did you end up with him?
I met him on a popular street in Houston, where...
Bissonnette?
Yes.
I've been out of Houston. I've done interviews on Bissonnette. I know about that stomp down culture out there. Okay. What's up, Tamikia? What's up, Tamikia? You better come over here and give me a hug.
For what?
Because I said so. What you talking about? Lord Jesus. Hey.
Damn, my daddy.
This little Nas X mom, y'all. Y'all done seen her on my channel before. Say hey to the people.
Hey, my people. To my dad.
It's good to see you, sweetie.
All right.
Okay?
You give me $5.
I ain't got no money right now. I'm broke.
You broke?
I'm broke.
Are you serious?
I am.
My daddy made me mad, but he'll suck a dick.
That's little Nas X real mom. But sorry to interrupt your interview. Okay, so long and short of it, how did you end up with the pimp? Like, how did y'all's first interaction go?
He said that he was going to be able to pay for my motel for a week straight.
Okay.
And that's all there was to it. I got in the car with him, and...
Did he say, like, for sex or whatever? Or?
No, he just said he was going to pay for it. He didn't say I would do sex. He didn't say he was a pimp. He said he wasn't a pimp.
Okay.
So I went with him. I trusted him. And he ended up slowly but surely telling me basically he was a pimp and he wanted us to run game.
Right. So how long until he brought you there until you was having sex with guys for money?
About 6 or 7 months.
Oh, so you was like laid up for a minute.
Yeah.
Okay. Were y'all having sex, you and the pimp?
Yeah.
Okay. So did you not see any of the other girls at that time?
No. He didn't show them to me around until my 7th month.
Wow. So y'all was just living in hotels.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. And you were just kind of laid up, and then he hit you with the wallop. What did you think? Because what did you think during those 6 or 7 months? Were you thinking like, man, this is gravy? Like,
I'm just thinking this is a nice, cool guy, rich guy that I found in San Diego. Not even thinking straight.
Tell you, man, when you that age, man, you just don't know enough about life most of the time, you know, to be able to see the red flags. But okay, so what did he say the first time when he, told you needed to have sex?
He was like, hey, I know a good way you can make some money since the jobs ain't working out.
Okay, so you were trying to work and stuff like that. Had the jobs worked out, do you think you ever would have had to do the sex
No,
stuff?
I think he still would have forced it on me.
He still would have forced it on you? Okay. How much were you like making per date out there?
5,000, 4,000.
No, per date? Not per day.
Oh,
Yeah, per date.
500?
You was getting $500 a date?
Yeah, 500, 300.
Okay, because I've been on this and that. I don't think I talked to nobody that was getting that much.
I had to save my client. That's what I did. I ain't just go with random dudes.
Okay.
There'd be a lot of laws out there. And
Yeah. A lot of stuff going on out there on this and that. They shut this and that down for a little minute.
Yeah, so what I did was I got a date, slowly just offered them services, and then just bumped the price up piece by piece every time they visit. Not too much, but not too little either.
So you really developed some game when you was doing this stuff.
Yeah.
How do you think that this sex trafficking part of your life, how do you think that it's affected you?
I think it changed me. It definitely changed me. It made me more aware of my surroundings. It made me more confident.
Because you say that you already have a daughter.
Yes.
How old is she?
She's one.
Okay, and you're pregnant right now.
Yes.
How many months pregnant?
Just one.
Just one. Okay, so that recently happened.
Yeah.
Okay, and you think that was a client that did that?
Yeah.
What about your daughter? Who's the father of that child?
Oh.
Okay, so safe to say these guys was having raw sex with you?
No.
Okay.
Only like a couple clients that I know.
Okay, so you can't like narrow it down to who it may be?
Not really, because I was having sex with a pimp too. I'm not gonna reach out to him and be like, hey, this is your baby, because then he gonna cause
It'll get
harm on
even
the
more,
child.
right.
That's gonna be even worse.
Okay, and the 1-year-old, your daughter, is in CPS custody basically?
Yes.
Okay, how does that make you feel?
I'm feeling no pain. I know God's gonna take care of it.
Okay. What was your sexual life like before meeting the pimp? Like, were you a virgin? Were you not a virgin? If so, were you like kind of promiscuous? Or were you like only had sex with a few guys? Like, what was the...
No, I probably did in middle school before, but nothing much.
You say you did it in middle school?
Yeah.
But then, what about high school?
No.
So,
I skipped
okay.
right over high school.
You skip right over high school. I get it. Okay, so you hadn't had that much sex up to that point in your life. Why do you think you stopped having sex in middle school and didn't have it in high school?
Because I realized what happened, like in middle school, how it was gonna be in high school.
What do you mean?
Like it was just gonna be the same thing, but people were gonna gossip. People were gonna like.
So did you develop like a little reputation in middle school type deal?
No, it was just a one-time thing.
Okay. Because I know how that middle school stuff can go. My youngest just graduated middle school. Okay, cool beans. So So at this point you're 19.
Yes.
And you ran away from this guy. Was he threatening you and stuff like that, or?
No, he just knew I was bullshitting. By the time he knew I was bullshitting, then he was trying to physically harm me.
Bullshit meaning what? Like not making money or just what?
That basically I was running game on him.
Well, like how?
And I told him he can do it. I told him he can go out and go do that stuff. Shit, and I can have the money.
Go slang D?
Yes, that's what I said. He can go slang D. Exactly.
What made you turn from, being
I
like...
was pissed off. I'm like, this shit ain't right.
What pissed you off about it?
That people would just take advantage of females and think that they can beat on them and stuff, and then just take their money like that. If you're gonna do it, don't do it at all. But if you're gonna do it, at least do
Be
it
benefiting from it.
Yes, and then
You weren't benefiting from it?
No, not at all.
Mm.
And
you would make thousands of dollars a day?
Yes, and we would go there.
But how? But every day?
Yes, every day.
And he had, you say, 12 other girls?
Yes.
So then how come y'all wasn't... Yep. So then how come y'all wasn't living better? How come y'all wasn't living in some mansion out there and,
I think he was underneath another pimp.
Okay.
He was giving them the money to pay him off or something. I don't know. But I know there was another.
Okay. What are your hopes for this baby that you're pregnant with right now?
My hopes is that I do everything right this time. I stop. I get a normal job. Even if I gotta work 4 jobs, 3 jobs, I get another job. Have a place where the baby can lay his head, where his baby can eat, know it's safe, know that nobody is out there to get them.
We talked about your biological mom. What about your biological dad?
He's nowhere to be found.
Have you met him?
He was around. Yeah, he was around during my childhood. It's just after that, he never bothered to show up.
How did that make you feel?
I don't know. Fatherless, but it just made me know I can depend on everybody, even if they are my parents.
If your mom were to happen to hear this video and know your voice, recognize your voice, right? What do you think her thoughts and her reactions would be?
She'll probably get real pissed off because she's bipolar schizophrenic, so she gets pissed off a lot.
We're about to leave, miss. All right? So does she know the stuff that you went through, the sex trafficking and things like that?
Yes, she does, and she's also involved with it. Yes.
She's involved with it?
Yes, sir.
How so? Okay. All right. Like she was selling you at one point or something? Or?
No, well, I don't know. I don't know the full story. I just know.
She's involved with it?
Yes, sir.
Meaning she knew that...
With the guy that I knew.
She's involved with the guy that is the P.
She used to know him, but she used to be on the streets.
All right, come on, let's walk. Well, I tell you what, we'll just end it here. So, listen, I appreciate you talking about this stuff. Again, we're doing, the audio just because, people may be looking for you, and so we don't want to confirm your face and what it looks like. Even though I told you, that sucks for me because you're a pretty girl, and so it would have made a good thumbnail. So trust me, I want to put it on there, but I'm gonna safety first is what we'll go with. Okay. All right, and so we got you this food. We really appreciate you, and we definitely wish you nothing but the best out here, okay? All right, sweetie.